I actually visited and saw how the scenes of my favorite Meisho Edo hyakkei, 100 Famous Views of Edo, painted by Hiroshige Ando are now. The Spiral Hall, Gohyaku Rakan Temple of 066 depicts the Gohyaku Rakan Temple and Sanso-do, which were located around the current Nishi-Oshima Station of the Toei Shinjuku Line, and the distant view of them. Because the pronunciation of Sanso was similar to that of Sazae, Sanso-do was called Sazai-do, Spiral Hall, and had become a famous place in Edo that attracted many visitors. Let us first check its location. The 500 Arhat Temple, Gohyaku Rakan, is located about 6 kilometers west of the then Edo Castle. Today, Shinohashidori runs east to west, just north of Nishi-Oshima Station on the Toei subway line. The river running horizontally on the lower side of the screen is the Onaji River, and below the Kamitsugawa line of the Metropolitan Expressway running above is the Katagawa River. This is covered by an old map of the time. The Katagawa River at the top of the screen is a canal connecting the Sumida River and the Nakagawa River, and the old map shows lumber yard along its shore, but Hiroshige's painting clearly depicts this location. I have used a red gradation to represent Hiroshige's viewpoint. Let's take a closer look at Hiroshige's painting. It looks like a pre-summer scene with 4 birds that look like larks flying in the sky and pine trees and cedars depicted in lush green. In the distance is a timber tree standing in a wood yard along the Katagawa River. To the right are the villages of Nakanogo and Kamiado, and in front of them are rice fields. The observatory on the right side is the 3rd floor part of the Sanso-do, or Sazai-do, of the Gohyaku Rakan Temple. It was possible to see all the way to the left to Mt. Fuji. The road where the tea house is located is now Meiji-dori Avenue, and if you go to the upper right, there was Gnorashi Bridge, and if you go to the lower left, there was Onaji River. The road is painted with Edo citizens happily dressed in various outfits.
In Edo Meisho Hasegawa Setan depicted Gohyaku Rakan Temple in considerable detail. Even discounting the fact that it is depicted in an exaggerated manner, it is clear that the temple had a vast site in Kamiado village. The left end of the painting in the overall picture is Sanso-do. Gohyaku Rakan statues were enshrined in the main hall and the corridor like east and west Arhat halls on either side of it, and it was devised so that visitors could worship alte Arhat statues through a one-way passage. Please enjoy Setan's panoramic and quite detailed depiction of the scene. The 500 Arhats, Gohyaku Rakan, are statues in the form of 500 disciples of the Buddha, and their are wooden and stone statues still extant throughout Japan. Originally, the saints in India were praised as arahants after they had attained the perfection of true wisdom through ascetic practice and the elimination of worldly desires when Buddhism was introduced to China. The pronunciation of arahant was retained and the word arahant was used. As the use of the word became accustomed, the A was dropped and the word arhat came to be called arhat. Here is a flash of some of the stone statues of 500 arhats at Kita in Temple in Kawagoe. You may find an arhat that looks like you. This temple of the Obaku School of Zen Buddhism was founded in the Genroku era, 1688-1704 from the age of 23. Shungen Kai was a student of Zen master Tetsu Gandoku, a Zen priest of the Obaku School of Zen Buddhism who was famous for his efforts to help local residents in Osaka. One day, a saw a stone statue of 500 arhats at Rakanye Temple in Butsen Province, Honyabakaiko, Nakatsu City, Oita Prefecture, and decided to create his own statue of 500 arhats. In 1691, while collecting funds through begging for alms and other means, began to create 536 statues, including 500 arhats, on his own mean while, in 1695, Tsunayoshi, the 5th shogun, Granted him the name of a temple and a plot of land near Kamaido village, wäre establis hete non san Gohyaku Rakan Temple, schon gen kai ensrinet alte Arhats and oder Statüse het karvet himself hier. In 1726, during terrain of the third abbot, Gohyaku Rakan completed a large temple complex consisting of the main hall, the east and west Rakan halls, and the Sanso-do halte Sanso-do, which was the center of this temple, was also called Hyakkei Kanon because it was a building made of 3 layers, which was rare in the Edo period, and enshrined the canon of the 100 temples of the 33 temples in the western part of Japan, 33 temples in the Bando region, and 34 temples in Chichibu. Inside the building, a spiral passageway led up to the temple, and the passageway down to the temple was one way, so that alte Kanon could be seen when making a round of the building. On the third level, there was a 10-meter high balcony-like weaving platform, which was very popular among Edo citizens because of its unobstructed view of Mt. Fuji in the distance, making it very popular among Edo citizens. It is like the Tokyo Skytree today. Katsushi Hokusai also depicted this view in his Fugaku-san Yorokai, 36 Views of Mt. Fuji. It often depicts Edo citizens enjoying the view, which extends as far as Mt. Fuji.
The Sanso-do hall does not exist today, but the only one similar to it in Japan remained in Edo. It is a hexagonal 3-tiered hall with a height of about 16.5 meters erected on Mt. Imori in Edo Wakamatsu City. The official name is Ensu Sanso-do, and worshippers can visit the 33 canon by visiting this hall, which is a one-way structure with completely different pathways for going up and down. It is called Esu Sazai-do and was designated as a national important cultural property in 1995.
I actually went to this place. At the same location, there was a rather cozy Rokanji temple surrounded by buildings. In fact, this is not the Gohyaku Rakan Temple painted by Hiroshige and his colleagues. In the Ansei earthquake of 1855, the Gohyaku Rakan temples suffered great damage, including the collapse of the east and west Arhat halls. There is a record that the Sanso-do hall was also so badly damaged that restoration was impossible. Since this picture was published in Ansei A4, it means that Gohyaku Rakan was already in serious trouble. From Hiroshige's point of view, would the angle look like this? After the great earthquake, the place where Gohyaku Rakan Temple was located was on reclaimed land and was frequently flooded, causing the temple to decline rapidly. In 1875, Meiji 8, Sanso-do was demolished and sold along with the statue of Hyakkei Kanon. In 1887, Meiji 20, it was moved to Hanyo Midori-maki. In addition, in 1908, Meiji 41, it was relocated again to Meguro-Fudo side. In front of Nishi-Oshima Station, only a stone pillar and an explanatory plaque remain of Gohyaku Rakan Temple site. It is said that in 1903, Shoinji Temple of the Soto sect of Buddhism was relocated from Akuutamacho, Nishitamagon to a part of the site of the current Gohyaku Rakan Temple, which was renamed Gohyaku Rakan Temple in 1936. Please see the Apple Map aerial photo that zooms in on this area. The area in red is the current Gohyaku Rakan Temple. In the beginning, Rohanji Temple owned a plot of land in this area of 6,000 sabou, approximately the size of the Tokyo Dome. The current Gohyaku Rakan Temple has less than 200 sabou, at the best estimate. If we compare this with the current topography, Gohyaku Rakan Temple must have looked like this at that time. I tried to fit the current photo into Hiroshige's painting. The picture is a fairy tale from long ago, and one can clearly feel the loneliness of the temple. The temple, which originally had no parishioners, was supported by the Obaku school's unique fucha cuisine, begging for alms, and donations in the early days, but it was unable to overcome repeated disasters and flood damage, and gradually declined. I guess famous places are doomed to disappear unless they continue to be maintained. The temple has moved to Meguro and is now a monolithic temple of the Jodo sect, with both a danka and a cemetery, not of the Obaku school of Buddhism. The temple still preserves 305 of the 536 arhat statues created by Zen master Hyakkei, and although there is a fee for admission, visitors can see the arhats, which hide tremendous energy, up close and personal.